to Libib's booktube channel. My name is Caitlin. Welcome to the new scenery. It's spooky season and I am so glad it is fall. This is also my first time in front of my new shelves with all my books looking so good. I chopped off my hairs. I'm in the most Halloween mood ever and I just, what a great time to be alive. Okay, welcome back to today's video. I am so excited to be talking about all these books behind me. Some are behind me, some are not. We're gonna be talking about my fall TBR today. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking about all the books I want to read this September, October, and probably November because I still count November as a fall month. So, where do we begin? Okay, I'm gonna talk about some books that I don't currently have and then we'll move on to the books that I currently have. So the first book that I currently don't have is going to be 1984 by George Orwell, and I have been holding out for the graphic novel. I think it's set to release later this September, and once it's out, your girl is buying it because I've been wanting to read that for the longest time. If I don't read the graphic novel, I will be definitely picking up the actual physical novel, so I might actually pick up both. But I'm for sure planning on reading 1984 this fall. The next book that I don't have is going to be The Woods Are Always Watching by Stephanie Perkins. This is Stephanie Perkins' next spooky novel. It talks about some girls being in the woods and a slasher slayer guy comes out and is like killing everyone. So I'm very intrigued by this. So I didn't really necessarily like her first spooky book. I love all her little romance YA, but we will see. We'll give her another chance for the spooky YA books. So I'm excited to read this. This is out. I just haven't had the chance to get my little grabby hands on it yet. So the next book that I want to talk about, which I had to go find in my stash of books next to my nightstand, is going to be Helsing Vampire Hunter by Rich Moyer. And I think this is the most cutest, silliest graphic novel that I could possibly get my hands on. I just think this is so cute and adorable. It talks about our little piggy here. Helsing has always been the gentle odd pick out of his family of monster hunters. Now that all the family daredevils have met their ends, leaping before looking, it's down to him to carry on the Helsing legacy. But I guess it's his first assignment to hunt a dangerous vampire, but he learns people aren't always what they seem. But I think this is just so cute. Helsing, and I literally cannot get over this book title. I have told everyone and anyone about how goofy and silly this title is. Next up is another graphic novel that I'm super thrilled to grab my hands. It's Esther and the Accidental Magic. This is by Tom Pico, and I am so excited to read this. Also, I didn't show you any of the pictures in here, but these pictures and illustrations are so much cuter. Like, it's definitely fall vibes. I love the graphic artwork. Quiet birds nature. That's what Esther expects when her parents move their whole family to the middle of nowhere. It's just her status super bored, her mom and dad status super busy with science, and her brother status has other plans and magic. Maybe the middle of nowhere will be more interesting than Esther thought. So, wow, sounds like a weekend in the Midwest where nothing happens, but maybe there's some magic that goes on. But I was hooked by the cover and the illustrations, and I think it is adorable, and I can't wait to read it this fall. Another fall book that I plan on reading, another graphic novel. Of course, we have Warren the 13th and the 13th Year Curse. This is the third and final book in the Warren the 13th series. This is written by Tanya Del Rio and illustrated by Will Stahl. I loved the first two books in this series, and I can't wait to get my hands on this. I will also show you the artwork in here. So spoilers, I'm not looking. I just want to make sure, looking to see if everything is in frame. But Warren the 13th is this boy. He's the 13th of the Warrens in his line, and what's ended up happening in the first book is that he has this all-seeing eye. Everyone's after this prize that's hidden in this hotel, and then the adventures just kind of go from there. The second book, our story takes place in the woods, this time the ocean. So I'm super excited to read it this fall. I'm just so excited for all the books I'm reading this fall, to be honest. And And last but not least, the last book that I want to read, also did not mention Sheets by Brenna Thumler, but I'm still currently reading that from August. But the last book that I want to mention that I want to pick up this fall season is Shine Your Icy Crown by Amanda Lovelace, because she is also coming out with another book this fall that I still haven't picked up. Same with Lang Leave. I haven't finished her last poetry collection, and she is also coming up with another poetry collection this fall as well. And so I gotta get caught up on my poetry. I feel like I'm so far behind. So yeah, that's just kind of my short, sweet little fall TBR. I want to get into more of the books I have planned for my fall TBR, but I don't want to spoil my huge book haul that is coming later this fall, which is October, which is next month. So keep an eye out for that video when that comes out. So don't forget to hit subscribe and that little bell notification so you'll be notified in October for my big annual spooky book haul. But anyways, those are the books I plan on reading this fall. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have any fun, spooky, or even like if it's fun middle grade spooky, or if it's actually spooky book recommendations, whether they be graphic novels or not. I would love to know. I love fall books. It's my whole aesthetic. But anyways, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next week for a new fall bookish video.